Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks again for tuning in to Primavera's College and Career Fair. We have first of many in our wonderful lineup of colleges, and I am sitting with Stephanie Hauser. She is the high school representative for the Art Institutes, and she has a great presentation for all of you, so listen closely.
Good evening everyone. We're going to switch over so we can see some student work, and I'll tell you a little bit more about our college. So we are an applied arts college with over 50 campuses all across the country. Let me pull up the map here for you. So we actually have two campuses located here in Arizona. There's a school in Tucson as well as one in Phoenix, right off of the 17 and Dunlap, kind of near Castles and Coasters Metro Center area. And being an applied arts college, we take elements of fine arts, but we're really gearing it towards a specific industry. So we have degree programs like advertising, graphic and web design, industrial design, interior design, animation and video game design, film, photography, visual effects, game programming, fashion design, fashion marketing and retail management, as well as culinary programs. We have a culinary arts, a baking and pastry, and culinary and restaurant management. So we do offer both bachelor and associate degrees. We run on a quarter system instead of being semester-based, so our associate degrees can be completed in as little as a year and a half, and our bachelor's programs in as little as 3 years. We do have scholarships and financial aid available for those of you that qualify. We have a variety of different scholarships ranging from academic to merit to competitive opportunities. And you'll notice that the website for our scholarships, new.artinstitutes.edu/scholarships, is listed there for you as well. We've also rolled out an art grant this year. This is available to any incoming students. It's essentially a tuition voucher program, so there's no minimum GPA requirement, no essay to be completed. You just have to be enrolled at least 12 credit hours, and you earn future credit. And then essentially that reduces your tuition by up to 20% if you're going for a bachelor's degree, and up to 15% if you're going for an associate degree. So now I'm going to show you some of our classroom images as well as student work. Our programs are all hands-on application. So in the graphic design programs and interior design, you still take traditional art classes where you're learning about color theory and using different mediums. You create things like logos if you go into graphic design, or advertisements for magazines, packaging for products. They also learn typography, which is a really fancy word for font, so using letters and numbers and symbols to make entire images. You could also do environmental print, things like billboards, campaign posters, logos for restaurants, t-shirt design, apparel design, shoe design, hat design. So these are all examples of things that students have created, and these are all student examples of work that you're seeing. We do also have media labs, Macintosh, as well as your PC labs. Our web design students do things like tablet design, mobile design, application design. So with our graphic and web design, it really is blended. It's all hands-on, like I said, and you're actually getting 2 degrees in one. It's a bachelor's degree. We also do have a bachelor's degree for interior design, and it's more than just your adding pieces of furniture and the pretty things. It is that aesthetic piece, but it's also a lot of structural. So we do have CAD, computer drafting software, that our students are able to use to create 3-dimensional renderings of prospective client spaces. So here would be an example of some of the aesthetic, where they are picking some of those fabrics and textures and pieces of furniture to put together. We also have several media arts programs, including audio production at some of our locations, which is really sound design. So you do some music and recording, but it's a lot more than that. It is really sound engineering. So doing voiceovers, as well as sound effects for movies and video games, live broadcasting at events like concerts and even sporting events. Unfortunately, we don't have this here in Phoenix, but we do have it at several close locations up in Las Vegas. California schools offer it, as well as our Texas locations. We also do have digital film here in the Phoenix and Tucson area, so learning how to operate cameras, being a cinematographer. We do have a special effects studio in the Phoenix campus where you can film in front of to create pieces for visual effects, as well as animation and video game design. They also have editing labs where they're going back in post-production and putting all of their pieces together. So as you're seeing, these are all examples of our classrooms. It's not a traditional style setting. It really is hands-on based, using technology and software that's relevant to the industry. We do have video game design and animation, which we teach you both two-dimensional and three-dimensional animation. Here's a great example of 3D animation. They're doing character design, they're doing the programming, so coding all the characters to tell them how to move in a video game. And here's a great example of game programming. So it is very technical based, very computer based, a lot of math as well as science, mapping out different movements. And this is, again, a bachelor's degree, which could be completed in as little as 3 years. Here's some of the animation. Like I mentioned, we teach you both two-dimensional and three-dimensional, so you really spend a lot of time in character construction where you're mapping out what those characters are going to look like and their personality traits, what they're going to be doing, really trying to bring those characters to life through those images. And here's some of more of the three-dimensional animation where they use computer programs, things like Maya and 3D Studio Max, to build those three-dimensional renderings of the objects. So again, here it'd be like that. From your illustration, you create that three-dimensional kind of blueprint, which we call a wireframe, and then you go to add color and texture and lighting layers of data to create your finalized piece. We do have photography programs as well. All of our instructors too, they have been working in the industry, so they're all highly qualified, and a lot of them have great network connections and real life experience to share with you. You're seeing some images from some of our photography students. We teach you photojournalism, which is capturing any live event. It could be news stories, but could also be like sporting events. And then we have fashion programs as well. This is fashion design, which we teach you the entire process from creating your sketches, picking out your patterns, or your pieces for your patterns, and then bringing those looks to life on the runway. So you will be learning how to sew. If you don't know how to sew, that's okay. We teach you how to do that. We have sewing labs. And then your finalized piece is bringing that look to the runway in a fashion show that we put on every single quarter for our graduating seniors. And finally, we also have culinary programs. We're an international culinary school, teaching you over 25 different styles of cuisine, which is going to make you really marketable when you get out into the industry, because you'll have experience with Asian influences and different European cultures and Latin American fare. We have the sweet side, which would be baking and pastry, so they do breads and baked goods, desserts, as well as getting into working with modeling chocolate, sugar work, and fondant to make some of those specialty designer pieces. You learn how to do everything in one of our industrial grade kitchens, and we also equip our schools with restaurants. So all of them you'll see are outfitted with TVs and audio, so if the chef is at a station, you're still able to see what they're doing and replicate that at your station. The restaurant that we have in the Phoenix area is called the Gallery Cafe. The students learn the front of the house as well as the back of the house. So they're getting that real life experience before they even graduate. All of the programs, you'll have a kit, and for culinary, the students have a knife kit that they receive. They're learning basic techniques to more stylized, advanced techniques as well. And then one thing that we do, I do want to mention, is that we have a portfolio show for all of our graduates. This is put on by our Career Services Department every single quarter, and the students have booths set up with their best work. And some of the images that you guys have seen today, that's actually student work that's collected at these events. These are open to the public. We have professionals from all the different industries come through, tour the booths, talk with students, interview them. It's a way for you to network and for you to look for job opportunities. And because we do have over 50 campuses, like I mentioned, if you graduate from any location and you ever move, you're always able to contact the closest career services to you, and they can provide you with a list of employers that they work with in that particular community. So that's a great resource to have, and they can also help you look for like internships and things while you're still in school as well. We also are having a great event this summer for sophomores, juniors, and seniors in high school. It's our Summer Studio Workshop, and you can find more details at www.summerstudio.com/Phoenix. Essentially, it's 3 days. It's going to be June 23rd through the 25th, where you will get to be a student. You'll actually get to explore the program that you're interested in. It's a ton of fun. It is really busy, very much hands-on. You're working on a project with real faculty, with real students. It's a way for you to kind of try the program out before you decide if this is really something that you want to do. We also do free events every single month called open houses. Our next one's going to be this Saturday, May 2nd at 9:30. It will be at our Phoenix campus or our Tucson location. So you can go to aiopen.com for more information about how to RSVP for that. Again, it's completely free. And then if you're not able to make it on Saturday, there will be other dates available. But the best way to get some more information today would be to visit our website, www.artinstitutes.edu. At the top, there's a button. You can request a free brochure. It'll ask you for your information, and then it will ask you, how did you hear about us today? And there's an option to select from a high school representative. It will ask you for a code, and your vendor code is going to be HS560. So thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful and hope you have a great rest of your evening.